morning, social peeps. Today we are going to be discussing why arm, specifically biceps, and the triceps are so important for you while you're aging. But before we start that, we got to go into all the, this is a demo. This is only for demonstration purposes, right? This is a workout that I do, a light version of it, 3 times a week, and then I do a direct version of heavy training on my biceps once a week. Doing this multiple times a week, it's very healthy for the joints. It really, with all the climbing that I do and all the weightlifting that I do, my elbows tend to get pretty sore, so this pumps a lot of blood into the joints. We've already talked plenty about the joints and how they need fluid to feel healthy and move properly. So with that, if you choose to follow along at home, you should always consult with the doctor first. And if you're not a Systemair Lala and you decide to grab some weights, you do it at your own risk, right? So biceps, why are they the fountain of youth? I'm going to go into why, right? The biceps, they're an anomaly when it comes to muscle fibers, right? As you age, you tend to lose muscle throughout the body, but the biceps, this is the coolest thing. From the age of like 20 to 80, you don't lose any muscle inside your biceps. Now, a lot of you might be looking at your arms going, oh, well, they're not as big or like thick as they used to be. Well, it's not because you're losing muscle. It's because you're neglecting them. They're starving for attention. So today I'm going to give you a quick little workout. I actually get a lot of my clients, the first thing they come through the door is they train biceps, triceps, and grip. We discussed grip last week and why it's so important, right? But this week, it's all about the bis and a little bit about the tris, right? So with that, we are going to talk about the tricep really quick. There's a lot of ways you can train triceps. You see tons of people, they sit there with the rope and they do push downs. But for best bang for your buck, we are going to discuss why I choose to do overhead tricep work with my arms up here and here, right? And I'll even put in a little kickback today where we're here and why we're going to do that. Why do we train the triceps overhead predominantly? Because they will grow 1.5 times faster, right? They will grow, they will work, you will get bigger muscle 1.5 times faster than if you train your triceps just pushing down like this. Not that we don't ever do that, but I try to go for better bang for your buck stuff. The third and probably the most important to me for my legacy clients, why I'm so focused on training biceps, the more muscle that you have, the thicker, and the fact that you have so many muscle fibers that just last, right? And they when you have this type of muscle, it sucks out the sugar inside your blood. And this is going to help keep your blood sugar under control as you get older, and it's going to lower your A1 or the A1BOC, ABA10C or whatever it is. I can ABA1C. It's going to lower that. That's a huge health marker as we age. It's very, very important. I'm just checking my other camera because I've been having some camera issues. So today, let's get right into, we're going to go right into how I want to warm up, right? This isn't a complicated one. We are literally going to do, and I like to keep my arms pulled back a little. We're going to do a bicep curl. We're going to bring our hands all the way up to our ears. We are going to flare the elbows out. We are going to extend the arms to flex the triceps, and we're just going to bring that down. We're just going to repeat this. It's a nice, easy, quick warm up. This is not a heavy workout. It's not designed to be a heavy workout today. Today we're designed. Just want to open all that up. Today is designed for lots of volume. So we don't really need to go really, really, really crazy with the warm-ups. We just want to get some blood moving through the joints. We'll do like 5 more of these warm-ups. And today you're just gonna need maybe 2 bottles of water. You can use that as your arm movements. I'm using a weight and my tumbler again, as I tend to use most weeks. We'll do 2 more of these warm-ups, and then we will definitely move the arms quickly. You get nice. Okay. So, I have my weight, I have my tumbler. We are going to start off with very slow hammer curl reps. Again, I like to pull my arms back behind me. I like to keep, we're just going to act like we have a hammer, and we're squeezing those biceps up nice and slow. We're in a good little tempo here. Do a couple from the front. Doesn't take much to start feeling. You can do these sitting down if you're having problems standing, or you can do them standing. We just love to pump out lots of slow. See how I'm keeping my elbows back so I'm not engaging my shoulder. We're in a nice slow tempo. Pretty sure we're around 18, 19. Again, this stuff is so important to be training the biceps. Nice and slow. 1 more. I'm going to just kind of shake it out a little bit. We pair biceps with triceps. We're going to do just 1 giant, massive set. Right? So not much rest. We're going to bring those elbows up like our stretch, keeping them facing forward, and we're just going to extend the arms right up to the ceiling. Nice and slow up, nice and slow down. It's pretty funny. I don't think I have the top of my tumbler on all the way because I feel a little water dripping on me. That's okay. Nice and slow. You should be feeling this instantly, even just with some light water bottles. I know some of us we're going to get there. Try to keep them triceps close. As you can see, I have problems, especially on my right side, from all the anchors, my shoulder surgeries, being in the strongman circuit for years left me with some damage. Whew. Oh, that's already burning. I think we only did 15. So we're going to go right into the standing bicep curl. We're going to get a nice rotation in there as we do it. I told you this is just going to be a big, giant, massive set. We're not going to take a lot of rest here. We're going to try just continuously move. We are going to do some single arm stuff. 1 tricep and 1 bicep movement. I tend to do a lot more bicep than tricep because we want to get those biceps big and healthy. You can see how I'm just doing a nice, bringing it down like it's the hammer to the sides, and then I'm just getting a nice rotation out as far as we can. You don't need the science why, you just need to know that movement is healthy. I'm going to do 5 more. And then 1 more. Nice. Then we're going to do, you can lean. We're going lift the elbows up. Remember this little hinge position we did the other day. We're going to do a nice tricep kickback, trying to keep those elbows up nice and high. This is to give us a little break being overhead. We're going to go back overhead. But if you think about it, with the elbows drawn back like that, and you bending forward, you're pretty parallel to that head. So it's still getting a good stretch into the back of your arms, across the lat muscle where it attaches, and you still get a very good, woo, shake that out, shake that out. That one's a burner. You still get low impact on the elbow joint, and that's, we do so many reps, we're trying to do things that are very, we don't want a lot of weight all the time on the elbow joint. We just want to get a lot of blood pumped into there, right? And that's the whole object of trying to do this light and high reps. So for this one, we're going to do curl. I'm just going to have one bicep working at a time. We're going to elevate our foot. You could do this sitting down, not getting a great angle, right? But we're going to do kind of a concentration curl here. We're just going to lean the arm right up against the leg, and we're going to get in, right? So you see, I'm doing nice. Oh, and then I'm going to add a turn. This is a concentrated Zoderman curl. Looks like I'm having nice, slow reps just to get a good high volume pump in there. You want to get nice, healthy joints. We'll do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to pull my cooler out over here. You can't really move this down a little. Let's see if we can get this without dropping. Yeah, and then we'll get a good. So as you can see, I'm sitting. I have my arm, elbow right up against my leg, and I'm going to curl it up, twist it, and curl it back down. We're going to do this in a nice, slow. I like to be able to focus on one arm sometimes at a time. And I like to have that back support isolating so I'm not using the shoulder as much. I'm just really focusing on the bicep right here. We'll do 5 more slow ones. Now I try to get my clients to do about this 2 or 3 times a week. I try to get them to do about 100 reps at a time. Right? I have them break it up in different sets and stuff like that. Maybe 4 sets of 25, 5 sets of 20. We could do 10 sets of 10 depending on the work. So we're going to go into a single arm tricep overhead. But this time we're going to keep the arm. Oh, let me move my hat. It's getting in the way. We're going to try to keep, as you can see, the dumbbell is to the other side of my ear. My elbow is nice. It's up high and it's actually flared out. We're going to do this one sitting. Nice and slow. You think you'd be putting a lot of stress on the elbow joint, but you're actually not. We're not going to get into the whole physics of it. Your arm should be already getting pretty pumped up. We'll do another one. That was a good dozen. We're going to switch sides. Right? Oh, you can see that dumbbell peeking through. We're keeping the elbow flared. We're going to do a dozen overheads here. This is good too because it's making you sit up. As you can see, I just chose to do this one seated because I was already here. But sitting up tall like this, big proud chest. 2 more. Good. We're just going to shake that kind of out. We're going to grab the tumbler. If you have some water there, make sure you hydrate. Get a little sip of water in. I'm going to have to move this back up a little so you can see me. We are going to go back into the hammer curls. This set we're going to do, I'm going to pause. I'm going to work a little speed. Let me just turn this and I'll whack myself at the top. All right, so we're down here. Arms are pulled back, up quick, down. Good. And to keep this video a little shorter, we're only going to do 10 reps. But I suggest you do 25, 30, 40 reps, even up to straight doing 100 of these without stopping some days. Not every time you do them. You always want to switch. Do different reps and sets, so the body and the muscle don't get used to it. Plus, it'll keep you from getting pretty bored. We're going to go, I went right into double bicep movements. I'm going to show you. And there's another 10. We're going to sit right here. We're going to do a double concentration curl off the front of the elbows. All right? So extending, firing up. This is just to keep your muscle and mind from getting very bored. 2 more. That'll be 30 straight curls. Good. Now we're going to go into the triceps. This one's going to be a little tougher. This is the elbows forward. 9, 10. Whoa, flare them right out. Right, keep them both behind the head. And we're going to go right in. Be careful not to whack yourself. Nine, 1 more, 10, wonderful. Pull them down. We're going to get into that slight hinge pattern. We're going to pull them elbows way back. We're keeping those dumbbells or water bottles up close to the chest, and we're going to extend back. Nice snap at the top. Good. That's going to conclude today, just to keep these videos a little bit shorter. I suggest you work up to at least 100 reps on each one of those movements. Right? We showed 6 different movements. That would be 600 reps in the arm. You do this 2 or 3 times a week, and you will be on the road to a healthier, happier life, and you'll have those bicep muscles back. Remember, if you're not moving, you're dying. Peace.